Hi, welcome to your Pilates Matwork class. My name is Debbie Robbins and I'll be taking you through the session today. These classes are designed for people without injuries, so if you do have any aches, pains or injuries, please consult with your doctor, physiotherapist or physician before taking this class. Have a great session.
Great. Awesome. Okay. We good. So we're going to start just with a little neck and shoulders, and we're going to really release that. Now, the weight of your head can really weight the rest of the spine and the body and really have a cause and effect on that. So we're going to just work with the head actually being nice and released, relaxed, especially into the jaw and the neck and the vertebrae within there as well. And then hopefully that will give us space and length in the rest of our spine and our body. So we're going to start off really slowly with this, just with awareness of how the neck feels. So what I want you to do is lift your shoulders all the way up to your ears, and you can do this with your hands on your shoulders or without, and you're going to breathe in all that energy, all that tension, and then you're going to breathe out and you're going to drop your shoulders and then breathe in again, either with your hands or without. And you can either drop them fast or draw them down slowly. Which one do you prefer? And again, breathe in. We're going to keep the shoulders wide, so out to the side, and then breathe out. Nice. One more time, fast or slow. And then breathe out. Nice. So either actively use your hands to draw the shoulders down, but we are keeping the chest wide open at the front and at the back. And then you're going to look around. Now, there's no place that you need to definitely look, and there's no place where you don't want to look, but you're just going to feel that space for your neck. And as you do this, I want you to relax your jaw down. Gently moving your head from side to side. Good, nice. And you can start to look around the room, so you can look up, down, see if there's any particular places. And just notice where you're drawn to more or not. This can be done with your eyes open or closed. Great. Nice. And then from there, what I want you to do is just relax through the jaw and the mouth. And you're going to breathe in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth. So as you breathe out through your mouth, it's like you're blowing out through a straw and you're relaxing this part here. So breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, relaxing through the jaw and letting that sink down into the rest of the body. So you're feeling the power of the breath, just breathing in. I often talk about it being linked with the diaphragm and the pelvic floor, but we're focusing today on how that affects. I'm just focusing on the mouth and the jaw and the neck and shoulders. Doesn't mean that it doesn't work, still work into the pelvic floor and diaphragm. We're just focusing on this section for today's session. So breathing in again. You might want to be lifting your shoulders up still with that breath. That's totally fine if you feel that's better, and then breathing out. Or you might just want to keep this in stillness now. Focus on inhaling through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. And again, breathing in through the nose. And breathing out. Good. And as you're doing this, I want you to now think about a long spine. So you're breathing to the whole of your spine. And just think in general terms, first of all, with your spine. So you're just creating space, breathing in and breathing out. You might think about lifting up through the crown of the head. And again, still breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth, relaxing through the jaw, the face. Nice. And then thinking about the base, the way you're sitting, or if you're standing, just right into the pelvis. And you're going to think right from the pelvis is when you breathe, that you're breathing and you're energizing all the way up the whole of the spine. So right from the pelvis into the lower back, creating space and lengthening to the middle of the back, in between your shoulders, all the way up and up through the crown of your head. So that breath is literally energizing the whole of your spine. Now, it might be that you feel, oh, yeah, it's energized. It might be feel that you really feel like, oh, no, there's blocks in there. So just notice what you notice. And awareness is the most powerful part of this. So you're going to breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose. Breathing out through the mouth. Lifting up through the spine. Good. And you don't want to feel like this is military. So you're like sitting up straight like this, like to attention. You want to feel that you can actually melt down, but there's a sense of the spine being pulled up to the sky. Yeah. But without kind of this extension thing happening in the middle of the back. Now, actually, really, your rib cage, as you breathe, you want it to relax back, and that's where your like middle spine, your thoracic kind of sits, is actually back the way. So you do want to think about breathing back the way to your back your rib cage, but up with the spine. If you want, you can place your hands here, and that can help you breathe more at like thinking about the back of the rib cage and the bottom of the lungs there. Yeah, but just still keep the neck long, the jaw relaxed. So you're breathing in and breathing out. So we're doing this upright at the moment, which obviously it's great to breathe in this upright position. But often I teach this when you lie on your back and you're breathing. So you're thinking about really breathing into the rib cage and the lungs. So if you want, feel free to go down onto the mat. And so what you're thinking about doing here is connecting this rib cage here down into the ground. So I've got my hands up just so that you can see what's happening here. But instead of it being extended and lifting off the floor in your breath, you just really connecting the rib cage down. Now, we're not forcing the pelvis down. We're not pushing down there. We're not pushing the head, neck, shoulders down either. It's about having a heaviness in the body. And when you get that heaviness through your breath and relaxing, a lot of things will flow more as well. So I want you to try and find that and feel that flow state. And we'll move from there as well tonight. So you're using your breath to keep you in that energized flow state when we do the rest of the session. So you're going to breathe all the way in. The head is nice and heavy here, in through the nose. And then breathe out through the mouth, relaxing through the jaw here. Notice the position of your head and neck. So you ideally want to be looking more towards your knees. And just breathing all the way in again. Keeping the chest and shoulders wide open so you're falling into the mat, relaxing into the mat. And just feeling how the pelvis is here. Again, the weight is right down onto that pelvis, just nice and relaxed and grounded. Just finding that nice flow state before we begin. Neck is nice and long and heavy. Chest and shoulders are wide open. That's it, you've got it. And feel that rib cage into the floor. So if you need to use your hands to feel what's happening there, you can, or just feel where your rib cage is. You might want to lift the rib cage up into the air. Imagine a bit of string peeling it up, and then just relax it and allow it to melt down. So again, you can get this kind of lift of the rib cage. Sometimes we're here when we're stressed or anxious, like the rib cage can be lifting up in the air. And so again, it's that softening feeling. Like just imagine that you're in a hammock and you're like softening and melting and relaxing down into the hammock. But you're not having to force, you don't have to push anything down into that hammock. It just naturally holds you. You lie back into it. So again, just gently breathing all the way in through the nose. And then breathing out through the mouth, drop on the chest and shoulders open, feeling that rib cage melting down into that hammock, but without forcing anything. You don't need to push through the pelvis, the head, the neck, shoulders, nothing. Just feeling supported. Good. Breathing in and then breathing out. Now we're going to keep that connection with the rest of the body, but we're going to energize through the arms and the shoulders. So you're going to reach your arms up. Ground your shoulders down. So the shoulders are grounded right down towards the floor. Nice roots in those shoulders connecting down. But at the same time, a feeling of reaching with the fingertips. And we're going to imagine this cloud of energy that we're pressing our arms into. So that helps us engage our wings. You're going to press so that your arms are just off the floor, but the shoulders stay wide, and then take them back up again. So we keep the shoulders grounded. We're keeping the wings reaching. So you're reaching the fingertips. Chest and shoulders wide. Now, option is to add that head nod in there as well. So you can take that all the way up and then bring that all the way back down again. So just see how that feels. Really reaching. Good. Now, if you want, you can keep the head up with that head nod, and then you can just move your arms. So if you feel that you want to really connect with that head nod, keep your head up. See if you can curl up a little bit further from that rib cage now without moving the pelvis. Good. Keeping those pelvis still. Just really working into that thoracic connection. And that's really what gives us that flow state. So when we've got the rib cage, thoracic connecting down into the lumbar spine, we're really getting that flow state through the spine and through the body. At any time you can take your head back down. And then let's stay here, palms facing up, and then slowly take that all the way up. Have your palms facing up towards your head and just see how that feels and see how far you can take the arms, but connect the rib cage down into the floor. So we are taking this into an external rotation, the palms up. If this feels too hard, keep your palms facing towards each other. Otherwise, palms are facing up, and we're going to try and keep that rib cage connected down to the ground. Now, if you want with this, you can just take one arm up at a time, or you can take both arms up, but we're really trying to rotate the arms. It's quite challenging. I find this one tough. It's a lot easier, palms facing towards each other. But we're going to challenge those shoulders today. Using that breath, connecting down. Good. And then from here, let's just circle one arm. So as we're doing this circle and then changing to the other arm, we're thinking about the weight just staying balanced in the pelvis. It's a really nice basic exercise, but it tells us where the weight is in our pelvis. If you wanted to make this harder, you just take a weight in one hand. So you're just holding onto something as you do it. It's nice and steady. Now from there, we're going to turn the head and the arm to one side. So we're actually going to turn the head, bring it back to the center, and then the other side. And we're keeping the head heavy on the floor as we do that. And bring it back to the center, just gently turning and bringing that back. Nice and steady. And then bring that back all the way back down. And then you're going to press the hands onto the floor, but we're going to keep the shoulders wide open. So the shoulders want to win by staying open, and you're going to press down through the hands, and we're going to press through the feet as well. So you're going to press through the feet, press through the arms and the hips, and lift the hips up into the air. Our gaze stays looking towards our knees, and then back down again. We're just going to do that a few more times. So what we're doing is energizing the body through here, pressing through the feet. Remember, those big toes are the most important. So as you're just pressing right down through those big toes, connecting through the adductors, those inner thighs, coming all the way into the groin. If you want to make it harder, you can bring the feet together and you're pressing down, lifting the hips up. And we're just really trying to lift the hips up higher, but equally press through the arms and shoulders to open out through the chest. So we're trying to get that balance of using lower body and upper body. Bring that all the way back down, and then you're going to bring the right knee into the chest. Good. And then circle the ankle, and then change direction, and then change legs. So you lift the other leg up, circle the ankle, and then change direction. Chest and shoulders stay nice and wide. Good. Now lift the first leg up. From here, what we're going to do is then flex the foot, and you're going to extend it up into the air. Now, you can either do this thing, just keep your chest and shoulders back, or you can gently hold underneath that knee. Just give it a little support as you extend. So we're just feeling into that leg, feeling into the knee, pulling up with the quads. So we're working to just find that range within the leg. When the leg goes straight, we're not doing any fancy flexibility work here, just balancing the strength with the range in the leg. Change legs. Lift the other leg up. Again, flex the foot and send it up to the sky. Really great go on. It's like doing a single leg lunge, but we're really grounding the pelvis. Again, hands can come underneath the knees here. This is really good when we start to straighten the legs, single leg stretch, double leg stretch, hundreds, scissors, any work that we're working with the leg. We're just getting that nice connection with or without the hands there. Beautiful. Take both legs down onto the floor, knees up to the sky, feet down towards the ground, and just melt and relax from there. We're going to float the arms up into the air again. Same thing, hands up to the sky, reach them up, but ground the shoulders down. We're going to slowly curl up with the upper body here again. Find that place. This time we're going to float one leg up in the air. Now, as that leg goes down, then we're going to lift the other leg up. Now, you can make this a smooth transition where you just gently let one leg come all the way up, all the way back down, or you can take it so that as one goes down, one goes up. Main thing here is to use your breath. Yeah. I know the breath is the hardest part, but it's actually the part that glues it together as well. And it's just keeping that. So you want to breathe through the movement as opposed to breathing at the end. Keep really reaching with those hands. Same energy makes the shoulders go wide. So same effort to keep the chest open. Option to have the head up or the head back down. Good. Nice. And we're going to take the feet back down. Slowly roll back down through your spine. Take the arms up. Option to have palms facing down towards your feet or up to the sky. And you're just going to extend those arms all the way up. Keep the rib cage connected down. And then we're going to circle those arms all the way up to the side. So you're going to fly those wings and bring it back up again. And circle. Option this, you can turn the hands whichever way feels best for you now as well. So if you prefer, you can have backs of the hands or palms facing towards each other or palms up, and just see how that feels. Nice and slow and steady. One more time, reaching with the fingertips, shoulders nice and wide. You're going to float up. We're going to lift both legs up to 90 degrees. Now this time what you're going to do is, instead of letting the arms go out to the side, we're letting the leg go out to the side and then bring it back to the center. So the weight again stays balanced on the pelvis, and we're just letting one leg go out to the side. Now, imagine you're lying. Oh, let's just imagine this tonight. You're lying on a lilo in the heat, in the sunshine, on a in a swimming pool, and you let one leg go out to the side, but you want to stay on the lilo. You don't want to fall off. And you just stay in there and just take it out to the side and then bring it back. And then out to the side and then bring it back. Nice and steady. Yes. Brilliant. Bring that all the way back in. You can bring both knees into the chest and just gently rock with or without your hands. Beautiful. This time, keep one leg up. You're going to take the other foot down and it's going to lengthen all the way out straight. So try and pull up the knee on that straight leg. Now have this leg up at 90 degrees, hands are down at the side of the body. Now, this time we're going to cross that knee, the thigh across the body. Then it's going to circle. You're going to take the foot down towards the mat at the bottom, the other corner. Now you're going to try and bring this knee up to the top of the mat, the top of the mat. So it's doing a full circle. Now you've got the option to do this with a bent leg, which is what I'm doing just now. Or you can take this to a straight leg. So you just extend that leg like we did before, and then circling all the way around from there. And again, you're just trying to lift it all the way up to the top of the mat and then down to the mat. Can you keep the other leg really strong and still on the floor as you do it? So you're just circling all the way around. Good. Bring that all the way back in. You can hold on to it and then take it back down. And we're going to change legs. So you lift the other leg up, slide the other leg along the floor. Keep it really strong. That work that we did on the pulling up the leg to make it really nice and straight to begin with. We take this leg across the body. We take it down towards the bottom of the mat and then up to the top of the mat and all the way around. So we're just circling that around. The chest and shoulders are staying heavy. So all the effort is coming from that pelvis. Good. And we're just circling that femur, getting loads of WD-40 in that hip. Really great for the pelvis, for the lower back, for the legs. Option here to take the leg to straight and then keep that movement going. So we're just circling around. Are you breathing? Are you breathing? And then just circle around, using that breath as you go. Nice and steady. Fluid motion, keeping the other leg nice and stable and strong. So we've got roots with the bottom leg, wings with the top leg. We bring that back in, take both legs up, and again, option to rock forwards and backwards. Taking the hands underneath the knees, chin into your chest, and then just gently rock forwards and backwards. And you can think about having heavy boots on, and you're just going to rock into your Zen rocker, rolling through the spine to come all the way up to an upright position. Yes, brilliant. Well done. From there, come onto your side, and then you've got the option whether you want to be down on one arm here, or you can be all the way down if your neck, shoulders don't feel quite great in this position here. So feet are in line with my back here, and knees are out in front, and I'm just lying on the side, and I'm going to push up through the side here. So I'm not sinking into the floor, I'm pushing up. And then again, I want that wide open chest and shoulders feeling. Now from here, what we're gonna do is take one arm all the way up. Good. The arm is gonna come in front, and then I'm gonna look to the arm, and I'm just gonna gently rotate and take that arm behind me. And then bring it in front, and then take it behind. So we're just feeling that rotation through the rib cage, through your breath. See how that feels. But really just keeping the bottom arm where it is. Brilliant. Keeping the hips nice and heavy. So the hips are staying grounded where they are. We're just working with the upper torso there. Brilliant. Now, the hand comes behind the head as an option, or if you prefer, the hand can come onto the hip, or the hand can come in front for support. So if you feel that you go off balance, place this hand down here. If you want to feel what's happening with your hips, place them here, or place the hands behind the head. So you can move this at any time when you're doing it. What we're going to do from here is just let the pelvis be heavy. So again, let the jaw relax, let the hips relax. You're going to take a deep breath in. We're going to breathe all the way out. This time we're just going to lift the knee, so the knee is coming up, like we did with the arm, and then take it back. And then lift the knee. Yeah. Now the ankle stays heavy. So how heavy can you keep your feet? And then just lifting from the knee and back down. Good. So if you want to lift up through your spine more, lift up, think about lifting through the crown of the head, take your arm all the way up here. If you want to keep those hips in check, you can do that. If you feel that you want to work on your balance, that arm can come down, but we're just gently externally rotating. Now hold the leg here, lift it up to 90 degrees. Now this time bring the knee to the knee. So we're internally rotating, and lower it down and then back, and then down and then back. Nice, small, steady movement as you go. Brilliant. Really good. And then take that back down. Good. And we're going to flip and do the other side. If you want to do a little teaser in the middle, you can. It is Tuesday. And then, so then have the feet in line with the back. Again, option to have the upper body down or up. So this is whatever works best for you right now in this moment. Press through the floor so you open your chest and shoulders here. Nice. Take a big deep breath in. Breathing all the way out. Take that top arm in front. And then we're just going to use the breath, take it into that rotation. Nice and smooth and steady. Brilliant. Really good. Just working through that. Using that breath. You've got it. Placing your hands either behind your head, on your hips here, or down onto the floor. So use your hand as a tool, just for whatever you're needing it. You're going to breathe in, breathe all the way out, and then just lifting the knee. So keep the feet nice and heavy. Good. And back down. And you're just going to lift and then lower. Great. Keep the chest open. Yeah. Nice. And breathing. Lovely. Keep pushing off that bottom arm. So you must want to use as little weight on there as possible. Nice. Just a nice fluid motion. And then we hold that leg up, and then we go knee to knee and then back, knee to knee. So I'm keeping the foot in the same place, just lowering the knee. That's it. Yeah, good. Sometimes the second side feels harder because the bottom leg is already supporting you for this one. So just use that breath. Yeah, good. Beautiful. And then rest that all the way back down. Nice. So from this position here, what we're going to do is take it. I did say we'd work neck and shoulders with this one. So we're going to go into quadruped. So you're going to be on all fours here. Wrists directly underneath the shoulders, unless you get sore wrists, and then you can bring either the hands further forwards, or you can just lean back slightly from there as well, so that it's not quite as steep an angle. Anytime if you need a break, bring it back. Good. Okay, so let's plant those beautiful seeds. Push through your thumb and your first finger to find the front of the body. Push through the pinky to find the back of the body. Now, gives us a nice grounded position there. So, planted seeds. Push through your hands. So, you're really taking the back of the head as far away from the hands as possible. So, this is like sinking and feeling heavy and like bleh, feel horrible. And then you really want to push through your hands to keep your head up in line with your spine. So, not about curving through your spine, but more just about pushing through the palm of the hands and then taking the back of the head away from the hands here. Now that can create space for us. So this is really good. You can even do this upright if you find that you're getting in this position here for whatever reason, just pushing through the palms of the hands away from the crown of the head. So again, we're getting that long spine up at the same time as creating space at the front. So this is a really good exercise to do. You might want to do it during the day when you're sitting at a desk or just feeling a bit achy. Equally here, we're doing it against gravity. So it's really good for the neck and shoulder alignment. So it's an active engagement here. So you're not doing like release work. You're actually pushing through the hands and finding that place. Also, if you find any of the harder exercises later, like the plank or side bends and things, this is a really good exercise just to get the shoulder head connection to feel lighter as well, really more than anything. And when we're here, we can feel heavy. And then when we're here, we can just really feel a difference. Next option from here, you can rock forwards and backwards and just see how that is. You're generally trying to transfer the weight onto the ball of the hand. So this part here of the hand, take it away from the heel of the hand and transfer it. But obviously this is dependent if you've got wrist issues. So do what is best for you in the moment. And just hold in that position there. Nice. Now from here, what we're going to do is push through the floor, and then we're going to bring the chin to the chest. So we're actually going to look towards the groin and then bring it back to that level position. So we're doing like your head nod, basically. It's like a sit up, but a down up for the head. And just gently bringing the chin to the chest and then bringing it back. Chin to the chest and bringing it back. Now from there, we're then going to turn the head from one side and the other. But as you turn, I want you to try and keep your head in line with your spine as you do it. So you're just turning it. Again, if you want to come off and just come back to your seated position, however you're comfortable, you're just turning your head from one side to the other. It's nice and steady. That's it. Beautiful. Yeah. Bring it back, circle it through the wrist, give yourself a breather. If you feel that you're fine there, stay there. But otherwise, just giving you a wee bit of a breather with that. Good. And then just roll the shoulders. So you're actively drawing the shoulders away. So you can do all this in like, have it like that short neck, but you really want to think about that long neck. So just drawing the shoulders down away from the ears. Yeah. The next thing we're going to do is take that same arm that we did earlier out to the side. So we're just opening out again through that rib cage. Think about the wings reaching all the way down towards your bum. So you're just flying the wing, just one wing. You're going to reach back. You think about tapping your butt. Good, and then bring it back. So we're extending that arm out to the side, that wing, and then reaching back. Think about tapping your butt. Do it a couple more times, reaching out and behind. Good, and reach to the side and behind. So we've got this energy of really reaching our fingers past our tailbone, and we're just flying free, really reaching from there. And then you're going to do the other side. I'm just going to turn around. You can still see here. So again, we reach that arm out to the side, keep the chest and shoulders nice and wide, and then we reach that behind, open the chest and shoulders, and bring it back. So you're reaching. Think about tapping the butt. So you want your hands to like really reach in that direction. This is a really great one if you do get neck and shoulder tension, because you're tapping in to the arms being connected with the back. So it's really those wings. And it is really good to do this one arm at a time if you do have shoulder like differences on one side compared to the other. There's just that real feeling of like strengthening the arms into the center of the body, into that powerhouse deeper, and just feeling how each individual arm feels, how the shoulders feel, how the back feels, and really connecting that in. And then guess what? We then do it with both arms. not in this position tonight. We'll come down onto the floor with it. Hands are going to be at the side of the body here. Now, head can stay down. So you can actually totally relax the head all the way down. If you need a pillow for the forehead, for the nose, then take that there. But the head can stay down. And how this is taught to me is it's really powerful when you really get it this way, is that you open up your chest and your shoulders. And then what you do is reach your arms up into the air. Now you can do palms down or palms up, feel the difference. There's no right or wrong. One of the ways is just internal rotation, palms up, and then external rotation with the palms facing down the way from there. So all I want you to do is think about opening the chest and the shoulders and then reaching the fingertips. Now, you're going to reach the fingertips so far down that as a choice, if you wanted to, then you would lift the head. But the head is only coming off, not because you're just lifting it, but because you're reaching so strongly with your fingertips that you take off. And you just lift the head off and no more. So it's that feeling of reaching the arms up in the air and then reaching so strong with your fingers and arms and connecting into the back that then the head can lift off. Now, all this time, we're keeping the pelvis heavy and we're engaging, drawing your abdominals off the floor, but not your thighs. So there's no tension coming into the thighs. It's just that feeling of engaging through the abdominals. And we're reaching as strong as we possibly can with the fingers so the head only just lifts off the floor, no more. And then all the way back down again. Now it's quite strong, this one. You're just really getting the feeling that you're staying low but going long. That's the absolute key to it. Just as much energy as possible. So it's not just about just like, oh, I'm going to just lift my head. And that is what makes the difference between it just being a exercise and a wow. I really feel that extension. I really feel that space in my neck, and you'll really benefit from it afterwards as well. So yeah, don't take off too soon. Find that engagement, find that length, find that energy, really feel it. And then once you get the feeling that it's taking off, then even then the head lifts and it lengthens and you've got that opposition. If you're like, oh wow, this is really strong and intense, then you're doing it right. Let me know if you find it easy. And if it just feels a bit like, you really want it to feel like it's it's going to empower you. You're going to get space in your neck and you're going to get strong shoulders at the same time. So it's really beautiful for the head, the back of the neck. It's really great for the shoulders. It's really great for the back muscles. And when you do this, don't be in a rush to lift the head off. So again, it's just, you want to find that space. And then it's only just coming up and more. And that's when you really get it, when you find that you feel it's about the length and not the lift up in the air. So it's like a whole new way of feeling the exercise sometimes. Bring that back down and you can just relax your shoulders into the floor. Another way to do this is hands on the lower back and then really let your shoulders relax in that internal rotation. This is great for shoulders. Just relaxing the hands, the arms onto the back or onto the floor and really letting the shoulders melt down. So it's really important to let them relax equally as it is to engage them. So those wings need to rest as equally as they need to engage. Great. And we're going to do another exercise now that takes us slightly differently into the arms. So you're going to bring the hands in towards your chest. So just in front of your face, and you're going to push up and then bring your elbows underneath. So your elbows are directly underneath your shoulders here. Check the hands. It's really easy to be in this position. So where your wrists are in this kind of position, and that really actually affects in the shoulders. So I know when I did aerial, if my chest was tight, then my hands and wrists would compensate and do more. So if we were just keeping it neutral with the wrists and the forearms, so it's our chest and shoulders that have to open from there. So we're thinking again about expanding. Shoulders go really wide out to the sides. Yeah. And then what we're going to do here is we're sinking and pushing away. So just again, when you're here, we feel heavy sometimes. So push through the elbows, push through the forearms. And then we're going to do a sit up here. So in the abdominal area, imagine my hand is on your lower back and you're scooping up here into my hand. So you're pushing off the floor with the hands, the wrists, the forearms, and you're equally then trying to scoop up with the lower back. So we're really pushing through the upper body is pushing down into the floor, and then we're scooping up. Yeah, really finding that engagement in the lower back. Good. Weight is balanced between both hips. So right down into both hips, yeah, or both hips, both hip bones. You can have 2 hips if you want. Well, you have either side. From here, we're going to send that sternum forwards and really take it into a nice strong extension and then bring it down. So you're looking down towards the hands. So we're just working here with that upper thoracic extension and then bring it into flexion. So we're just really feeling into that upper body space, but really grounded in the pelvis. Good. So really just finding that full extension through this spine here. But whilst we're doing that extension, well, maybe not full extension, but find an extension here, but by pushing the arms away. So we're still really working the scapula nice and strong. We're grounded there, but finding that sense of freedom through the spine. Good. Bring that all the way back down, let your elbows go out to the side. Now you can either rest here with the arms in front, or if you prefer, take the hands back onto the lower back and rest them down or flat all the way down. Good. Head could be neutral or to one side. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. One more breath. And we're going to bring the hands back again. See if you can find that place quicker. So hands in line with forearms, elbows in line with the shoulders, checking through the hands. You're going to push up through your hands. Now we're going to kick butt, literally. So you're going to bend one leg. You're going to think about bringing the heel towards the bum and then taking it back out. So you're bringing the heel towards the bum. Now, this is really good, again, for opening out through the front of the pelvis. As we do this, we don't want to go chicken. So we want to keep equally pushing the upper body into the floor so that our lower body energy is matching our upper body energy. We're not kicking our butt and then bullying our upper body here to kick down. So we have to really use our breath and keep pushing the floor away. Now, 3 kicks, you're going to do a point and a flex and a point. And we go point and flex and point. Good. Weight stays balanced on the pelvis, both sides. And we just kick, kick, and kick. Good. Yep. Keep that long lower back. So again, imagine my hand on your lower back. You're trying to scoop up into my hand. One more time. Good. Take that back down. Hands at the side of the chest. Open the shoulders wide. Push the thumb and first finger together. Sit all the way back and ease that out. If you feel better in quadruped, you can go there. Otherwise, just taking it all the way back. Arms nice and straight. Shoulders nice and wide. Brilliant. Bring it back and ease out through those shoulders. Nice big circles all the way up and back. Brilliant. Lovely. Using that breath and just feeling it into the shoulders here. How do they feel? You just keep the neck up nice and tall. Brilliant. And you can let the shoulders come away from each other. Take the arms in front and then extend back and curl round that upper back and extend. As you do this, try and keep your neck long. So the neck is like you're not coming into the, being like a little, what's that animal called? It goes into its shell. You want to stay out. It will come to me. And then extend and curl and then extend and curl. Good. Yes. Beautiful. And then just ease out again through the shoulders. And you might want to just use either both shoulders at the same time or one and the other. And as you do one another, let the spine move with it as well. So you're just rolling those shoulders. Yeah, good. And bringing that all the way back. Great. Cool. Okay, so from there, what we're going to do is work with the head position again one more time, taking that into a bigger exercise. So you're just gonna, you can have the legs straight out in front or bent, whatever feels best for you, your pelvis, where you're at tonight. But we're gonna lift the head up and then let it come forwards. If you want, you can do this with the hands, or you can just do this with your head and just bring it back. But we're getting our head and our mind in a good position and place. So we're lifting up, creating that space. Brilliant. All the way up. Nice. Good. Okay, so option. Legs bent, apart, together, straight, whatever you want to do here. Blah, blah, blah. So what we're going to do is really reach with our arms. Yeah. The arms are going to try and go forward and reach. And at the same time, we're going to go back with the pelvis tilt here. So hence why you can do it with bent legs or straight legs. So the pelvic tilt here, we're just trying to go back the way, but at the same time, reach with the arms. Yeah. Now, head stays up in line with the spine. So the head tends to want to roll forwards. That's it. Keep trying to reach forwards with your arms. That will connect your arms into your back, into your wings. Keep trying to tilt the pelvis underneath. So you're staying in control. Head is all the way back in line with your spine. How low can you go? And then come back up again. Beautiful. So a lot of this is about head position. A lot of this is about breath. Just finding that connection with your arms as you reach your arms forward. Really feeling the arms connecting. But the head stays nice and long. Good. And you can choose how far back you want to go. You can also choose the speed of this. So now you can start to take it. Maybe you might want to go a little bit faster with it. Try not lead with the head. Lead from the sternum and your breath to bring you up. So almost think literally like leading with the heart. And you're using your breath. Nice and tall. Tilting through the pelvis. Using that breath. Think the energy is here. Energy is here as you come up. Yeah, the reach with the arms is really key, but the breath really is. Use that breath. The arms can go right up. Yeah. Beautiful. If you want, you can curl up and you can lift the legs either bent or straight with it for your beautiful teaser Tuesday. The head is staying in line. You can take your arms up, palms facing up. Again, from that external rotation position. Curling up with either legs bent or straight. Key to this is to start leading from the heart first. So really try to see if you can lead heart first, breath. Find that connection and then draw it all the way up into your center. Now remember at the start when we imagined pressing down through the arms for that imaginary cloud of energy, you want to feel that cloud of energy in the center here, in between your arms and your legs. So try not to cut that energy. Really feel into it. Equally, the legs coming up into that cloud and the arms going down into that cloud. So that's where they meet in the middle. And that's where you find your power. That's where you find your house, your home, your center. Whether you call it your powerhouse, your centering, but that's this area here. So notice the difference that sometimes can happen in the neck and shoulders. I'm obviously exaggerating. We want to really connect the arms into the wings, to the back, and take it back down. The breath is what's going to make it feel more graceful. I know it's the hardest thing, but it also is the thing that makes it easy. Sometimes, maybe. Using that breath. Brilliant. Really good. Lovely. Good. Okay, we're going to go crazy hardcore as an option. You can always RSVP no, Debbie, if you want. And you can also have your feet down for this one if you want. So remember we've done that rotation. So option here to breathe, use your rib cage, open one side. Breathe, open one side. Can you keep that power of energy, but then still feel that rotation? So you've got that real good range, but that strength. If you hate me, then you're doing amazing. Well done. Yes. Always use breath. Legs come out in front. Amazing. Happy hips. Total classic. We love the happy hips. Shake them in and out. Feel that the hips and pelvis can just really relax. Shaking up and down. Good. Great. Really nice. You can do this more dramatically. Feet on the floor. And just gently let the legs rock from side to side. Nice. Good. And let's just bring that back to the center again. And we're just going to do some lovely neck and shoulder work again from here. So lifting the shoulders all the way up, keep the chest and shoulders nice and wide. Breathe out, drop them down, and just feel your spine, find that length and space again. Options again, hands on the shoulders, fast or slow, lower. Breathing in, breathing out. Brilliant. Repeat that for me again, 2 more times. You're going to breathe in, breathing out, and again. Nice. Option either with hands on shoulders or just staying there. Keep this wide open out to the side. Like use the space of your chest and shoulders. And then again, just looking from side to side. Looking down. Just finding that length. When you do look up, keep space in the back of your neck. So you're not dropping the head back. You're really lengthening the back of the neck here. It is quite good sometimes to put your hand there just to feel what that's like. And you want that space rather than the head dropping back. So some people talk about having like a coat hanger here. I like to use my hand and I just use my hand there. It's like, I just really want that still, that lengthened position. It's the same as when we've got the lower back. It's like you're trying to find strength equally and not just dropping and sinking into it. It's length more than anything. Yeah. And again, relaxing through the jaw. Good. Breathing in for me. Find space out to the side in your rib cage. Find your abdominals relaxing, chest and shoulders. Breathe out. Nice. If you prefer, you can do this lying on your back. Good. And again, 2 more breaths. Good. And then we're just going to stretch the arms out to the side. Bring your fingers up. You can just lie on your back if you want. And then release and bring them up. So you're just creating space. Space for your neck and your shoulders and your jaw here out to the side. And space for your shoulders. Holding it out. Yeah, good. And you can circle through the wrists and the hands. Good. Breathing in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Good. Nice. Bring the hands all the way back down. Roll the shoulders again, either one at a time or both, but let the spine move with it. Let your head move with it. So just bring yourself to a nice settled position. Yeah, lovely. And you're going to breathe in again. Big sigh out, lengthen your spine. One more. Amazing. Great. Hope you're feeling magical, amazing. Thank you very much for your energy and your focus and your breathing. Have a wonderful night. If you have any questions, then please just ask away.